Hey guys, Dean of DVD here, and hope everybody's doing well. I've seen a lot of great videos lately out on YouTube, and I've watched not only ones about Blu-rays and DVDs, but I've watched some film reviews, I've watched some video game reviews, I've watched some electronic reviews, just great stuff out there on YouTube. Really got to hand it to the community at large for all of these videos that are informative and entertaining. Really great stuff. So I've got my favorite channels that I watch, but I tend to dip into a lot of them. Unfortunately, my job as a regional HR manager for the Northeast of a fairly good-sized company keeps me pretty busy. It's just I've got essentially 500 or 600 people that fall underneath the HR umbrella that I provide, I guess. So, there's always issues and benefit issues and just personnel issues and disciplinary issues, and you just can imagine. It's just a large company brings with it a lot of issues. Great company, but just keeps me really busy. So I'm not able to watch as much as I'd like to watch, and I'm not able to make as many videos as I'd like. And then my free time, of course, is cut down to little to none. But we own a we own an Xbox 360, we own a PlayStation 3, we own a Wii, we own a Intellivision, we own a 3DO, we own a PlayStation 1 and 2, and an original Xbox, and I think a GameCube and a Nintendo DS, a Sony PSP. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. Lately, though, because I do like the handheld games. Why? Because I can play them when I'm watching television, during the commercials, or when I'm waiting for the doctor's office. I can bring it with me, or just going on a trip somewhere. It's a lot easier to bring with me than a lot of other things. It's a lot easier than a Blu-ray player and a bunch of movies, although I bring my iPad and put some movies on that. But what I picked up recently, and you may have seen this in a prior video, is a PS Vita. This happens to be the case for it that I bought. It's a hard shell case, and then you've got a little thing to protect the screen here, little flap. Place for a memory card. There's an 8 gigabyte memory card in there. I have a 32 gigabyte memory card in the system itself. And, this thing, for my money, and it was my money, this thing really is pretty sweet. It's high definition, first of all. You've got things that tell me there's 35 people playing nearby right now. I've got all sorts of stuff in here. It'll look a lot like an iPad or an iPhone. Pretty cool, pretty easy to access different games, and I have them by category. Here's racing games, RPGs, so on and so forth. Sports, I like sports a lot, so I've got a lot of sports games, as you can see. So anyway, I highly recommend this as a system. It hasn't sold as well as I think people would like, but it's a great system, and I highly recommend it. It's very portable. HD dual sticks on it, so you can, for a first-person shooter, it's real nice. I'm going to go through my collection, though, in this video, and just briefly talk about what I've got. I'm kind of an obsessive guy, as you might have imagined, with these DVDs that I have and Blu-rays, and this is only a small. This little thing right here is in the bedroom, and it was a compromise. My wife said I could just put some up here, so we went from some to this. And this up here, and this up here, and this. So there's quite a lot, and this is only just a small portion of what I've got. Most of it's downstairs. I usually don't show the whole collection because it's just too unwieldy. But anyway, so now I get into these PS Vita games, and of course, I've only owned it for a short amount of time, but I've already amassed quite a collection of games. So for those of you who are thinking about handheld video games, I can highly recommend this as this unit as a way to go. And there's got a lot of great games on it. So for instance, Littlebigplanet is one I own. Great game. It's to me, the graphics are every bit as good as the PlayStation 2. In some cases, the graphics even rival the PlayStation 3, so that's pretty cool. And this is a great version of Littlebigplanet 2. With a lot of online stuff and so on, so that's pretty cool. Next, Mortal Kombat. It doesn't quite have the same graphics as on the PlayStation 3, but I wouldn't expect it to. But it's got some great graphics on this. And again, a handheld's really, for me, it's an easy way to control a fighter. It just seems an easier way. You can get a grip for the PlayStation Vita, which the Vita slides down into it. It provides a little bit easier hand hold for folks whose hands get cramped up after playing a long time. But, Mortal Kombat is another one I've got. Next up is, this one's got a lot of good press. This is Tearaway, made by the same folks that made Littlebigplanet 2. It is a platformer, and you control either a male or female version. The whole world is made out of paper, and so you control a paper character trying to get through the world. And you actually star in this video too. Actually, it uses the camera to show you throughout your face as you're playing within this world, and it uses both the back touchscreen and the front touchscreen, and the cameras and the speakers. So the microphone, I mean, pretty cool game, Tearaway. Next, I've got Killzone Mercenary, really good first-person shooter, great graphics. Responds well to the dual analog controllers, and this one won the best PS Vita game at E3. So it certainly is a pretty good game. Not much to see on the back. None of the backs of these things have much to show. So let's see what else I got here. I got a bunch. Next up is this one's covered up a little bit with the price tag, but Injustice. Gods Among Us, the Ultimate Edition, which has all the extras on it. But this is a really interesting game. It's a fighter, but you've got all the DC heroes and villains against each other. The premise is that the world is kind of got screwed up, and Superman is evil, along with a lot of the other DC characters, and now they're battling. So it's got really good graphics and a pretty good story with it too. I need to take off the price tag so I like to be able to look at the whole. Although interesting, I don't have any of the games in any of these. What you get with these is just a little flash card that goes in here if you want to save it. Most of them don't have manuals here because they're within the game, so you can access them right on your Vita, which I like. But this is a great game. MLB 13 The Show. I got it for $18, and they're all guaranteed. Of course, you get them at GameStop or someplace, or any place that sells used ones usually give you the guaranteed price. I think I paid the pro member price, $17.99. But great game. This one does have a few graphics. You get an idea here what it looks like. It looks pretty good. And baseball easily playable on a handheld. So one of the better games, I think. Another one that I've got it around the same time. I think it was like $9. Fifa Soccer. There's also FIFA 13 and FIFA 14. But I thought this FIFA was pretty good, so I stuck with it. These graphics, we'll show you the graphics back here. Pretty nice, actually. And you can use the touchscreen to pass and stuff, which is really neat. Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. They're also coming out. I paid $19, I guess, for this, and I bought it new. There's a new Sly collection coming out. I really liked the Sly Cooper game. I hadn't ever played anything with Sly Cooper in it before, but it's really cool. There's Sly Cooper and a couple other characters, and he's a thief, and he's got to steal things, so you've got to break into places and find a way to get past different security systems and steal jewels or other artwork. He only steals from other thieves, though, so he's like a Robin Hood of sorts. Interesting game here called Smart As. This was $6.99 new. Actually, $6.99 used. But really nice game. It tests your brain power in a number of different areas. Different types of challenges. Normally it was $30, so it was nice to get it on sale for $6.99, pre-owned, as they say. This one didn't have the artwork, but I didn't care. It's hard to find this, actually. This is a Metal Gear Solid HD collection, so it collects 2 and 3. Solid Snake, I can't remember the other guy's name, but 2 and 3 in the collection, so real nice. And like I said, you don't miss anything much with the case. I may go ahead and print something out for the case just because I'm anal like that, just print out some sort of a thing. Although, again, I have none of the games are in this. I'll show you where I keep my games in a little bit. But it's still kind of nice to have the case. I'm kind of funny that way. I do like to have them. Hot Shots Golf World Invitation, a really good golf game. The Hot Shots Golf series always made a pretty good game, and there's a lot of online activity with this one still, even though it's been out for a while. You can download 3 different courses, unlock a bunch of courses, unlock characters, and so on and so forth. They're the cute Japanese characters, of course. But, that can be fixed in editing. If I even choose to fix that in editing, I'll do that, and I'll bump this thing. All right, here we go. Hot Shots Golf, and I was attempting to show you the back here. Get an idea of some of the graphics. Yeah. Hot Shots Golf. I'll try not to dump that again. I may just leave that in there if I get too lazy to edit. Pull it back a little bit. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Next up is Persona 4 Golden, or P4G as they like to abbreviate it. A really good role-playing game. Really surprised the heck out of me. It deals with a murder that takes place in this town, and you try to solve it with a group of young friends from like high school group. Pretty cool though. All right, that's that patch. On to the next batch. Lumines or Lumens. I guess it's Lumines. Electronic Symphony. I had this on the PSP. It's like a Tetris-like game. It moves faster, I think, than Tetris. Plays music, and the game moves to kind of a beat. It's an interesting game. You'd have to really play it to music-driven puzzle action type thing. You clear levels like you do in Tetris, very similar to Tetris, but you've got this band that goes across, and it doesn't take any of the things that match away until the band comes across. It gives you a chance to match up a lot of things, and then when that comes across, they all zap out all at once. And the more they zap out all at once, the more points you get, and the faster you level up, and so on. Assassin's Creed Liberation. Amazingly, this game looks really good, and this was voted the best Vita game at E3 in 2012. So, I'll give you an idea here of the graphics. They're really good. Really pushes the Vita platform. But the graphics look really good on this, and it's hard to tell. It's probably blurry. I can't tell which way this is going to... Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to focus in on. This is not meant for close-up shots, this iPod. Batman. Arkham Origins Blackgate Prison. Pretty cool stuff. I've been playing this one a lot. I like Batman games anyway, so this one kind of pulled me in. The graphics are really good. And pulls you into being Batman. What's wrong with that? And now I got the last 3, I think. And then I'll show you how I store all this stuff. This one just came out. Final Fantasy X and 10-2. This is an HD remaster of the Final Fantasy classic game. It's really got some beautiful graphics on it. It was pretty when it came out on the PlayStation 2, but it really is. They really have done something here to kick it up a couple notches and put it into HD. I never played it. I saw it, but never played it on so I'm really looking forward to that. Rayman Legends. There's Origins and Legends. Legends is the second of the 2. I picked this up. It just came today. It's shrink wrapped. And Final Fantasy is shrink wrapped also, but this one looks really cool. It's a platformer. You always got to have at least one good platformer. I have Tearaway, but Rayman Legends looks really cool. So that's that. And last but not least, this one's an interesting kind of a hack and slash type RPG. 6 playable classes on this. It's called Dragon's Crown. A lot of people really like it. And each time you play, I guess it's totally different play tactics with different people. Some are they're like the guy with a sword. I guess he's the soldier or the knight or whatever. He is suitable for like a beginner class, and then you've got the wizard or sorcerer. They are more of an advanced class. So let me show you now how I don't keep these. I keep these in a bag. But all the cartridges are here. Here, some. Here. So each one of these stores 8. I've got some of them out right now. And then this one, it's a darker look. But there's 8 in there, 4 there. It's kind of harder to see. And then 4 here. And they just snap open. They're easy enough to do. Easy way to get at your different games. That's it, guys. Highly recommend it. Take care.